I believe it was 1995, you were urged, or your name was mentioned in terms of a run for Luzerne County District Attorney?
In '95, I don't know that I was for district attorney. People might have mentioned it.
Okay.
You know, that could have come up. I'm sure it did.
All right, it wasn't a serious consideration
No,
on your part?
no.
Okay. You've been in the DA's office. You were appointed by Corey Stevens?
Started with Corey Stevens in '88, I believe, and then when he went on the bench, stayed with Jerry Cohen, who was the first assistant under Corey Stevens, and then I stayed 1 year with Peter Paul Shesky under his administration.
Okay. Tell us again, if you would, the circumstances of how you came about that position. Did someone ask you to apply? Did you see an application? Were you
I saw an
recruited?
application. It was a, I really didn't know how one went about getting into the district attorney's office, whether that was a political appointment or whatnot. And Corey Stevens actually put an application process in place, and I saw it, I think, probably in the legal register. I don't know if it was administrative, but I just went down. I put in my application, sent in my resume, and then was invited down for an interview with Corey down in Hazleton, and went down, and he brought me on as a part-time assistant DA, which I thank him very much for, because it really started me in the right direction.
And then 8 years as solicitor for the sheriff's office?
Correct.
As well. Okay. And again, the circumstances of how that came into being.
Let me think. I applied, let's see, Barry Stankus won, and I was no longer in the DA's office. When I first came out of the DA's office, when I left in, well, 1 year into Peter Paul's, I clerked for a year with Judge Musto for 1 year. And I had applied, I didn't know Joe Musto very well. I think I knew him a little bit, but he was looking for, obviously, law clerks, and one especially who had some criminal background. And coming out of the DA's office all these years, that was the, so I applied for that, and I served there. Then, as we know, he did not win against Judge Conahan. And then when Barry Stankus won, I applied for that and was interviewed by Barry. I didn't know Barry Stankus prior to that. And I think he was a former state trooper. He knew that I had been in the district attorney's office, and so he hired me in that area.